fat and unfit.
Is that water good, honey? All right, what are we doing? Give it to me raw. Just don't pull no punches. What are we doing today?
Getting rock out of the creek.
Now, is that how you would tell them? What if you were talking to one of your workmates? What would you tell them we were doing?
I'd tell them it was abuse.
Abuse. Well, now, abuse, technically, I would have to make you do it. You're doing this of your own volition, correct?
Yeah, because I wouldn't agree to your idea.
Which was what?
Just using river rock and not flat rock.
So, the flat rock are a rock that we're getting out of our creek. So, our creek is way down the hill there. And we decided we wanted to get this kind of flat rock like this. That was my original idea because I already had a bunch up there at the house. So, I'll show you what we're doing with it in just a minute. But anyway, this weekend has been landscaping weekend. So we'll look at landscape in a minute, but the rock serve a purpose. We'll talk about the rock in a minute. But so we parked my truck there. We got to go all the way down the hill. You can't even see it, way down there to the creek to get. And then I had this bright idea. We do not have any type of four-wheel drive UTV to get up here. So I said, hey,
buying one.
But we're what?
We're buying one.
All right, woohoo! I finally convinced her that we need a UTV. All it took was getting rock from the creek. So we'll start shopping today online. Anyhow, so I'm rolling this freaking wheelbarrow down the hill and now, of course, up the hill. I feel like I'm getting ready to have a coronary. And by the way, I am going to see the cardiologist to check on that because, you know, I hike all the time, about every 6 weeks or so on the Appalachian Trail, and going up and down the trail, I'm breathing so hard that I think I'm getting ready to have a heart attack. I know I'm exceeding my target heart rate. So given all that, I decided I need to go see the cardiologist, and I feel like that's what I'm doing today. Unfortunately, I started this back in July, trying to go to cardiologist. He bailed on me one time. His father died. I get that. Okay, sorry. But I had to go to the back of the line. So that was, I was supposed to see him in, what, 1st of September? Yeah, 1st of September. And then they called up and said, hey, he can't be here. He's got a bail on him. They didn't tell me why. I found out later through Facebook that his father died. But I was a little ticked off to begin with because nobody told me until the day of. And I'm literally walking out the door of the cardiologist. And they're like, hey, he can't be here today. Something came up. We can schedule you for October. And I'm thinking, okay, he's the one that bailed on me. Why do I have to go to the end of the line? Because that was in like the first week in September. So, no, may have been, I think it was the last week in July. So now I got to wait 2 months to go see him. It was August?
It was either the end of August, 1st to
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, it was right around mid-August, sometime like that. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the rocking and the rolling. What?
I said, I bet I'm going to work my butt muscles.
Your butt muscles. You gonna work them?
Yeah, coming up and down this hill.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with that?
Firm it up.
This is why I go to the cardiologist, because I just rolled it. What do we roll it? 40 feet. I'm out of breath. But they're idiots.
But look how much weight we got in here.
Yeah, 20 pounds. All right, now we got to load it up in the dang truck. Then we got to drive the truck to the house. Then
you're going to drive the truck down here. And we'll drive to your parents.
Because the truck's right there, but we're going to drive it to right here because we can't move them another 20 feet. So, anyhow, So now we got to load them in the truck, unload them from the truck, position them in the landscape. This is it. We're done with the rocks for the day.
That's right.
All right, so this is our weekend project. I wish I had pictures to show you what it looked like before, but we put all that edging in around there and all this mulch, and those are the rocks. There is a method to our madness. Those are the rocks that we got out. So we're going to plant some type of plants in here. We don't know for sure what we're going to plant. Plant some bulbs around the radius right there at the top. But this has kind of been a dead zone since we got finished and got moved in, and so we finally got this landscaped, and it took us a weekend. Now we don't have the plants, but we don't know what we're going to plant here yet. So anyway, we're awful proud of that. It took us all weekend to do it, but in almost one corn area. But almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, right? So that is it. Now what are you getting ready to do? What else you said you're going to do? Oh,
I'm going to go get some paint. I'm going to paint and see if I can salvage my boy and girl.
so she's going to salvage.
You don't have to show them how crappy it looks.
Go over and pick it up. We'll show the before after. So this is
If we don't
a little
throw it
statuette
away.
that our children's godmother and our good friend Mimi gave us. We got a Chance and Millie are our son and daughter, and so she bought us that to put in our landscaping flower bed we had over at our other house. And you know, they go together, and it's a little boy reading to the little girl, and she's supposed to be pointing to something. Supposed to be pointing to the book, but anyway, she's lost her finger, and she gave somebody the finger, and anyway, it's gone to rack and ruin. But we're going to save it because it's sentimental. We just got to repaint it, so she's going to get something to repaint that. And then this is what we have deemed Bo's tree. So this was a tree that, oh, I'm sorry. This was a tree, sorry, went the wrong way with you, forgot. This is a tree that originally we were going to cut down when we cleared this. So all these woods around you, this used to be all woods where we cleared for the house. And Bo is my father, who the kids call him Bo. He wanted to be called Grambo, but they couldn't say Grambo. So of course the first grandchild gets to name the grandparents, and so instead of saying Grambo, he just called him Bo. And then when he got old enough to be able to pronounce it, Bo wanted to be like Bo better than Grambo. So anyway, the story is that Bo got tired. He was out here with the loggers, and he got tired of the loggers killing trees. And even though it was our property that he had gave it to us, he decided that was enough. Everybody needed a tree in their yard. So there we go. That's Bo's tree. That is the story of Bo's tree. All right, we're going to call that it for the exterior landscaping because we're wiped out. And I'm going to drop this bags of mulch that is in the back of the truck. Going to drop that off. And for next weekend, where we're going to be doing the landscaping somewhere else around the Ponderosa, we call this Green Hill actually. And then we will we're going to go get some paint and paint that. And oh, she's putting out her fall flag.
That's right.
That's right.
We're going to go buy some scarecrows and mums.
Oh, we're getting mums too. Wait a minute. You just said scarecrow. You said a little boy and a little girl scarecrow.
I did, but I said I'm also going to get a couple of plants.
And how are we going to pay for that?
My Christmas money.
We'll talk about Christmas money some other times. All right, so there is the semi-sort-eye finished. We still got to get some plants there. We got those mums at the local box store, and those tacky-looking scarecrows that she got. So that is a point of contention with me. I think those are tacky. We are going to be moving those. And we still got to put some other plants in the ground, but that kind of gives you an idea of where we're going with that. So anyway, we were right proud of it, other than the dadgum scarecrows. And that is where we'll leave you for the day. All right, hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to sharing more of our life with you. Take care. God bless. later on. See ya.